This is the kind of animation you'll be able to create once you finish this tutorial.
At the heart of this workflow is Elmer GUI, a powerful open-source FEM solver built for tackling complex multiphysics simulations. We'll pair it with FreeCAD for pre-processing and meshing, and ParaView for stunning post-processing visualizations. Installing the softwares is straightforward. However, to launch ParaView directly from Elmer, using the built-in shortcut, make sure to follow the instructions in the Get Started with Elmer guide. Once Elmer's installed, find the Samples folder in the installation directory. Open the GRD subfolder. Inside, you'll find the file 𝗏𝗿𝗁 We'll use this file to follow Tutorial 7 in the 2023 Elmer GUI Tutorials. This is an ASCII text file. You can open it in a text editor to see how the 3D beam dimensions are defined. Now we're ready to move on to part 1 of the tutorial. But first, let's quickly check the theory. You can look up classical beam theory on Wikipedia. We'll compare those analytical results with our finite element simulation. Make sure you have the official Tutorial 7 open in front of you. We'll follow most of the steps described in that document. Launch Elmer and load the file 𝗏𝗿𝗁. Save your project in a folder, for example, Elmer Simulation. You'll see a few generated files appear there. Now let's go through the model menu from top to bottom, starting with Setup. We're doing a steady-state simulation in 3D Cartesian coordinates. Nothing to change here. In Equation, select Linear Elasticity to solve according to linear elastic theory. We don't need to compute stresses. Finally, update the default solver settings to match the tutorial parameters. In the Material section, set the beam properties for dry pine timber. Density 550 kilograms per cubic meter. Young's modulus 10 gigapascals. Poisson's ratio 0.37. At this point, it's a good time to take a look at the SIF file, or solver input file, which is the main configuration file used by Elmer FEM. As you can see, all of our inputs are stored in this plain text file. Our beam is fixed at one end and subjected to a force in the y direction at the other. We define these conditions in the Boundary Condition menu. Since the 2,000 Newton load is uniformly distributed over the beam's end section, we need to express it as a force per unit area. The FEM configuration is now complete. We can save the SIF file and run the simulation. After the Elmer solver is finished, we can visualize the simulation results using the integrated post-processor, Elmer 𝗍𝗍. As you can see, the simulated beam deflection is 6.3 centimeters in the y direction, very close to the analytical value of 6.4 centimeters. Let's visualize the simulation results in ParaView. If you followed the configuration steps mentioned earlier, you can launch it directly using the built-in shortcut. Elmer writes results in VTU format. These files are directly readable by ParaView, allowing seamless post-processing. Here's a quick look at what ParaView can do. you can effortlessly create high-quality 3D visualizations from your simulations. We've completed the steady-state simulation. The remaining work for the modal analysis is really minimal, just a few quick clicks left. Let's delete the applied load. We won't need it for the modal analysis. Back in the equation section, let's update our linear elasticity solver. We activate eigenanalysis and set the number of eigenmodes to 6. That's it. Just regenerate the SIF file, save, and run the simulation. Once the Elmer solver finishes, the calculated eigenvalues, lambda, appear in the solver log. Let's compare them with the analytical eigenvalues and frequencies. As you can see, the simulation results match the analytical values very closely, especially for the first 3 modes. Let's launch ParaView and animate 2 of the vibration modes. For that purpose, we use the Animate Modes filter. The rest is pretty intuitive, so we'll speed through those steps on screen. We're done with part 1 of this tutorial. We've completed the steady state and modal analysis of a cantilever beam. Pretty good job, isn't it? Yet you might feel a bit frustrated, since our input file was just a simple GRD plain text file. What we really want to achieve is a simulation from a complex CAD model. For example, using a STEP file as input. That's what we'll see in part 2 of this tutorial. In part 2, we will level up our efficiency by reusing what we already built in part 1. We'll keep the design simple and continue with a cantilever beam, but this time we'll change its dimensions, material properties, and anchoring. Here's the CAD model we will use. You may create it in any CAD software you like, as long as it can be exported as a STEP file. We will then import the model into FreeCAD 1.0. After importing the file into FreeCAD, check the scale. The beam should be 0.2 millimeters long. We use a Boolean fragment to prepare the geometry for meshing. Select the different layers of the solid and, in the part workbench, choose Split, Boolean fragments. This forces the layers to share matching boundaries, allowing the mesh to remain continuous across the interface. With the geometry prepared, we can now open the FEM workbench and generate the mesh. Select the Boolean fragments group and then click on the GMSH mesher icon. The FEM mesh task panel opens. Click OK to keep the default settings, which will generate a coarse mesh. Next, select the newly created mesh object, FEM mesh GMSH. This enables additional meshing tools. Click on the FEM mesh refinement icon to refine the mesh in the cantilever layer. For this geometry, a maximum element size of 4 micrometers is appropriate. Make sure the cantilever is selected as a solid. Then reselect FEM mesh GMSH to apply the refinement. When meshing is complete, locate the temporary directory containing the generated UNV file. Et voilà! Our mesh file is now ready to be imported into Elmer. The next steps are very similar to what we covered in part 1. We'll move quickly through the identical steps and focus on the key changes. As mentioned at the beginning of part 2, we start from a copy of our previous Elmer simulation. First, replace the mesh with the newly generated UNV file. In the Setup menu, set the coordinate scaling to 0.001, since our model is defined in millimeters instead of meters. This is an important parameter that you will often use when performing FEM on small objects. For the rest, we only need to update the material properties, the applied load, and rename some of the model parameters. For the applied load, we define a force per unit area that yields a beam deflection of approximately 10 micrometers, according to the analytical model. Once again, the steady-state FEM results are in excellent agreement with the theoretical value of 9.8 micrometers for the beam deflection. This consistency is also observed in the modal analysis. The FEM predicts a first mode at around 270 kHz and a third mode near 1660 kHz. Once again, we can visualize the modal analysis results in ParaView. This process can be streamlined by reusing the saved state from Part 1. We simply update the VTU files and adjust the associated text, either directly through the ParaView interface or by editing the ParaView state file, which is an XML-based plain text file. Once we are satisfied with the visualization in ParaView, we can simply export the results as an MP4 video. And with that, the tutorial comes to an end. Congratulations! You've reached the next level in FEM,